Hello, everybody, and welcome to another daily chat with Andy the Gabby Cabby, and my occasional special guest behind me, young Jack. He literally came on about 30 seconds before we were due to go live and said, "Can I come on, Daddy?" Well, I couldn't exactly say no, could I? Because we were about to go. Blood nose, hello, smiling Jack. He says, "Yes. What have you got to say, Jack?"
Today, where did I go?
Oh, by the way, while Jack's thinking what he wants to say, can you all give me a 1 if the sound's okay? Because I've done something slightly different in here.
I thought I was going to say. So today I went to my dad's sister Emma.
Yeah.
And they had a baby and I held it.
Okay.
He's 1.5. He's quite heavy.
Okay.
And he was just sitting there watching Cocomelon, if you know that. And I was watching Blippi and stuff. And I had to follow them around. And I get what you mean by kids are energetic. He was just running around recklessly.
You're the energetic one.
Yeah, but he's way more energetic. He's running up the stairs and down and, oh, can we do that? Oh, can we play the trains?
Absolutely.
And also, after that, we went to the park, me and my mum. She has a friend called Toy Cat. And I have a friend from football as well, Cat's son, which is Jack, and I'm Jack. So.
2 Jacks, wow.
And we went to the park, but as you know, it rained.
Yes, we got some quite heavy rain here today, folks. It absolutely bucketed it down for quite a long period of time.
And we left the park and it stopped raining when we got home. So that was well annoying. So we could have stayed there.
Yeah, typical. But let's have
take responsibility, Jack.
Yeah, it certainly is.
What's that for?
Well, for holding the baby. Well, he's slightly bigger than a baby and not so much of a raving mad toddler.
I think he's a toddler, yeah, but just about toddler. He's 1.5.
Okay. Well, let's see who we got in the chat. We've got a new person there, Monk Love, who says they're new in. So hello to you and welcome to the channel. And thank you for joining us. And I hope you stick around and like what we do here. And you'll find lots of people all nattering and everything.
By your name, do you like monkeys?
Hey, you recognise that name, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Your friend.
That's it.
Hello, David.
Yeah, John Manclove, hi. Yes, that's your... that's who you told me about, isn't it, Dave? That's the new person in. And welcome to the channel, definitely. Who else we got here? Jerry Georgopoulos, Bloodnose, we've seen him. Julie Baldwin, hello to you. Julian Dave, I've spoken to Alan via text message just to try and work out how we can all talk. And then Jack, how we can all talk. And I'll message you two after this to let you know. Black Country went 64. How old is your son? He's 9 years old. It's his birthday not so long ago. He likes coming on and saying hello. Thank you, everybody, for saying hello to Monk Love in the chat there. That's wonderful. Very welcoming, everybody. Hello, Alan. Lorna McKenzie. Let's cut the list a little bit. Yeah.
Do you remember when you said like a monkey for like pooing you and your cousin?
Oh, God, yeah. I remember that story. Yeah.
He told
Hang on a minute.
Me.
So, who we got? Alan Pierce, Alan Edge, yeah. Driverless cars from 2025. Taxi. I saw a rather disturbing advert that said that a lot of us could be out of work if that took off. It's not great. Cosmic War Token, John Harrett. What's this? Here, what does this say, Jack?
Wouldn't it be funny if everybody in our chat said nothing during the live stream just to see what Andy would do?
I'd wonder where you'd all gone. But let's see who else we got. Andy will be retiring then, or flying a drone taxi service. Yeah, I've actually seen test runs of those as well, Alan. I might have to get me PPL yet. See what happens.
that the heater?
Ah, it's the boiler. That's what we've got there.
John Harris.
John Harris. Hello, Gary Thornbury. Good to see you.
Your cousin's uncle's called Gary, isn't it?
My uncle's called Gary. Yeah, he comes in the chat sometimes as well.
Does it?
Yeah. Hello, Bridget. Good to see you. Yeah, that's Bridget. That one. Angela Gardner. Hello to you. Not feeling that good. See you later. I hope you feel better. Best wishes to you. Hello, Jerry. What else we got? Okay, it's all the regulars. I like it. You recognise all those names?
I always see Alan Pape. I haven't seen Jerry, Gary, and Cosmic.
Julie Baldwin. Hi, guys. I'm back. Where did you go then?
I've definitely seen Julie Baldwin. Is she like the editor thing?
Yeah, well, one of the moderators. She's the one that keeps an eye out for people trying to cause trouble. I've got 2 or 3 of them in here. They'll do the same. There's my uncle who you were talking about. Yes, Gary Reynolds is my uncle. So hello to you. Welcome to the chat. Hope you're all right, Unc. But I'm doing this on a new piece of kit, which seems to be quite all right. And when I was out here with it the other day and the internet connection dropped, I've done it in a slightly different way today, and hopefully it will hold, but we'll see.
Has Gary seen me punch the box bag?
Go on, go and punch it. He wants to give you his impression of Rocky Balboa. He's just picking the boxing gloves. Yes, he's obsessed with boxing, this boy.
No, do you want to know what I like more now?
Go on.
I like golf.
You like golf more. Okay.
Daddy never ever wants to spar me. Ow.
Yes, this is Sylvester Stallone's boxing gym right here. And I have to be Mickey. Punch that bag till it hurts. What you done?
I don't know. That's done.
Oh dear. Well, maybe stop it for now.
You just want me to stop boxing, don't you?
Yes.
How can you cut this?
You can't really. Let's have a look who else we got here. Christine Ayres, see you in the chat there.
Is Christine
No, she's an old one.
Guys, can
Hello,
you see
Michael
the
Lawrence.
bag?
Yes, we can see the boxing bag moving about like that. That's cool. Hello, Chrissy Williams. And we're going to talk about your favourite subject in not too long a time from now. So, yeah, he's off again. Look. Hello, Stink Pooter. Good to see you. Barbara Gillet. Hello, Jack. Could I spare your son? Patricia Shaw. Good to see you. That's everybody in the chat. Well, share between 2 people. But, yes, Blood Nose. I'll talk about those very, very shortly. It's not great. Yeah, he's off again, Angela. That's right. The new Tyson Fury. Yeah, maybe. Well, we go to karate every week, and now I think he's seen a movie or something, and now he likes boxing too. So
I was watching Logan Paul because apparently Django showed up at his house.
Okay.
Wanted to box him.
Well, there you go. Right, time for you to say goodbye, Jack.
Bye-bye, like to him, subscribe, or else you won't get a cookie, and join this group.
You won't get a cookie. Join my group, like and subscribe. Okay.
Yeah!
Go on, up it.
Bye, guys. Come to our house if you want to spar me. I go back.
Get out and shut the door behind you.
Did I not want to see my muscle?
Go.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Shut that door. Well, yeah. There you go, you see. Jack the Boxer. Yes, full of beans, lots of gob, definitely. No, he'll be a good one when he grows up, definitely. And he said his older brother, we saw him roughly today. He kind of come in and went back out again. But there you go. Yeah, we're coming live from the garage, and so far, I think things may be relatively stable. What I've actually done, I've got internet coming from the house, but it wasn't strong enough to get through to the garage. So I've kind of slaved it off of that, and that seems to be working a treat because you can turn your mobile phone into a little wireless access point. So I've done it that way tonight. Yes, Angela, Larry Grayson. I shamelessly pinched that line from him. And that's the thing, you end up unintentionally pinching lines from people sometimes. It's mad, absolutely mad. Yes, everybody, welcome to the chat. If you've just joined us, Andy the Gabby Cabby's daily chat from the garage. Those of you that have just joined us and wonder why the boxing bag is swinging behind me, that's because my son has just come and beat 10 barrels of shit out of it. Blood Nose, run a Cat 5 cable. Yes, that is something I'm thinking of. I was actually looking at the route from the front of the house out here the other day just to see what happens. 89 watching and only 33 likes. Incredible. Come on, folks. If you haven't done so, get that like button hit. That's what gets that algorithm talking. Give him a few lessons and then have him do a co-host for a few live streams, then let him do on his own, supervised off screen. I tell you what, Cosmic, he'd absolutely love that. He's always talking about doing a YouTube channel or getting a bit more involved, and he started doing one where he was recording things on online. Yeah, somebody mentioned the dinghies. Hang on, Andy, is your taxi a left drive as you're always on the left? How dare you call me on the left? No, seriously, it's not left-hand drive, it's right-hand drive. It's just a trick of the camera. And I've never worked out how to swap it round. I mean, on here, cola says cola or Coke. But on the other one, it kind of swaps everything round, so it's a little bit shonky. Did you get my email address? Alan Pape said you might be able to send the link for members only live stream. I'll have a look because I'm in the process of setting up all my emails on a new machine, and it might be that it's gone into my other inbox. So I'll have a look for you, Kim. Definitely, we've got to find a better way of managing that because a few people missed out. But we'll do it. Yes, Andy the lefty. That's what it sounded like. I think I'll go and jump in my pool now at the thought of that. But yeah, with the lighting set up tonight in here, there's a light above there, which is the garage light. And then I've got the ring light just there, just off view, just to kind of even it out a bit. And it seems to have done the job. I don't know what you think of the image, but it seems to have done it. I even tried it completely in the dark as well to see what that did. And, same thing. Andy, did you see the show Redacted? No, I haven't. I'm aware of it. I need to have a look at it. Definitely. Yeah, one thing, let's just line this up here, that come out on the news a couple of days ago, and I kept meaning to actually show you this. You're probably aware of it by now because I'm a little bit out of date, but let's just set this up for you. Yes, I don't know if you can see that. It's obviously moved me to one side. Channel migrant crossings have exceeded 21,000 this year, after 606 make up a trip in small boats. This come, where are we? Let's scroll down. This came to, like, what's the date on this article? This was Thursday, so it was only yesterday. And you can see 600 people crossed the English Channel in small boats on Wednesday, and it tipped the total over 21,000. And we knew full well that that was going to happen sooner or later. And as you can see, the MOD report there, and it's the fourth time that more than 600 have crossed over in a single day. And it's mind-boggling. I mean, look at the pictures. You know, how is this still going on? Ignore all the adverts, by the way. That's just part and parcel of it. But yes, you can see 21,000 have now crossed the channel. And we're in August, so that is going to be absolute record numbers. Absolute record numbers. And you wonder where it's going to stop. I mean, if they do another couple of 600 a day kind of thing, we're going to be into massively high figures, aren't we? And you know, we don't seem to want to put a stop to it. Yeah, it's obvious somebody is behind the plan to bring many thousands of fighting age young men into this country. Otherwise, it would have been stopped, which is alarming to say the least. Yes, I mean, we've seen the reports, haven't we, that some of these things have come over with weapons stashed in them. It's very frightening. I mean, there's not only the use of our resources as a country. Where are they going? You know, how much is being poured into putting them somewhere and looking after them. I mean, I brought you that video the other day on a live stream that Steve Law's come out with about Border Force officials getting attacked while, you know, sorting these people out. And it's going on a lot more than we're led to believe. And you've got to think, no, something is a bit stinky here somewhere, isn't it, really? Yeah, nothing's done till it all kicks off. You're right, John Harris. I mean, speaking of Steve Laws, I'll show you this one. You know, we don't seem to have the impetus, I suppose, or the will to get rid of them, sort it all out properly, do we? That much is true. Martin Birchall, it will be 40 to 50,000 coming here by the end of the year. I could well believe it. It's growing exponentially. And then how many the year after? Yes, Steve Laws, and I'll show you this video, credit to him. He put a video about something that a fisherman did to some, and you do wonder why it's not done here. Let's have a look at this together. There we go. Share that.
A Greek fisherman left illegal immigrants stranded on the Agafanisi Islands near Turkey and burnt their boat so they were stranded on the islands. Online reports have came out that a Greek fisherman spotted the illegal immigrants near the Greek island, see them land on the isle, and then burnt their boat and left them stranded on the island so they couldn't leave. The island is situated in the Aegean Sea near Turkey, and ultimately there were 21 illegal immigrants on the boat, and he left them stranded, burnt the boat, and left them there, which you can't blame him, to be honest, if he doesn't want them to come to Greece. Yeah, here's the video just so you can see it for yourself.
يا اخوان لحقنا السواق هذا واجى قرب علينا دار بنزين على البلم حرقوا هيئة البلم تحت وهيئة الناس في الشارع هيك وما حمش ولا اكل ولا شيء مرميين في الشوارع.
The sheer number of illegal immigrants coming from Turkey towards Greece You can see why this fisherman got annoyed, and you can see why he did what he did. The numbers coming through to Greece are absolutely huge. They make the Channel crossings look small.
Crazy, huh?
Did you know one of the very first web browsers ever invented?
Well, there was an advert just playing there. The joys of live broadcast. Yes, it was Greek related, apparently. I can tell you that is not a Greek accent, Anna Perkins says. I didn't think it sounded like it, but could it have been one of the immigrants involved? I wonder what the translation is of, what they were saying. But, it's like in Australia as well. I've mentioned it before. The, Tasmania, they didn't want it either. And what did they do? They got shot. You're not landing here. Off your pop. Lorna Mackenzie, Albanian, more like. Yeah, quite possibly. Quite possibly. You do wonder. Listen, folks, this is the daily chat with Andy the Gabby Cabby. Thank you for joining me this evening in the garage. And we appear to be relatively stable right now. I've seen the signal thing come up a couple of times, thinking, oh, what's going to go on here? But we seem to be all right so far. If you haven't done so already, we've got just over 100 of you watching. So welcome to you all, and give us a thumbs up in the chat. That'll be great. And if you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing as well to the channel. We need to get those numbers up. We're on 31,000 subscribers, but we seem to be dropping ever so slightly. And, that could dip down to about 30,900. I mean, I'm not too fussed because it goes in waves like that. You can lose a few and then suddenly gain a load. So that would be all right. Julie Baldwin, how many have we got at the moment for the likes? Because I can never see them on here. I can only see how long we've been live and how many are watching. Angela Gardner, see you, Andy. Take care, man. See you, Angela. Good night, and hope you're okay. And thank you for stopping by. 56 likes. Come on, folks. We could do with a few more. Push, 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 push. We usually get them at the end, really. I'm pleased with this setup because what I was doing before, I was giving you something to show you, and then I was like, well, here's the tablet. Let's try and squeeze this into frame effectively so you can see what's going on. And it's good because I can bring the stuff up on the screen live and actually show you myself, and we can see it together, and it looks a little bit more polished. So that's I think we'll be all right if this works or carries on working. I really do. So nice. Panda Bear, hello to you. Good to see you. We're getting a lot of gang members coming in here. Is that the US, Gary? And good evening to you, by the way. The worst way to learn a lesson, Chrissy Williams, the lesson being the system is cruel and unfair. God, isn't it just? But somebody mentioned that. Mark Stein takes aim at Britain's obsession with diversity and inclusion. Classic RAF diversity chief quits with argument about unrealistic diversity quotas. Absolutely. I mean, what they've effectively said is let's not hire any more white men, gammons, or whatever you want to call it. I find that whole concept absolutely incredible, because if you're holding out for, people of a certain ilk, religion, ethnicity, you might have a problem, because are you going to get the same level, the same numbers that are going to want to, and then you're going to end up with manpower shortages. Whatever happened to, are you good at the job? Yes or no? Absolutely crazy. If this country went to war, how many dinghy divers would fight for this country? I reckon they'd probably want to go way back to their own, wouldn't they? It's not great at all. Not great. Let's have a look. Took him to court. Yeah, did you see as well that that poor old man that got stabbed in London? They arrested someone. They've actually charged them now as well for his murder. So hopefully that guy will go to prison for a very long time. But unfortunately, like everything, it's not exactly the full justice, is it? Do you remember the Vietnamese boat people? John Harris, that was before my time, but I know my history, so I'm certainly well aware of the Vietnamese boat people. But you know, especially it's going on for years in one form or another, isn't it? What's this? My friend's son was down the Warren when a dinghy landed. The men from the dinghy ran away. Him and his mates took the dinghy for a joyride round Folkestone Harbour. Guess who got arrested? Well, probably the joyriders, right? And not the people that came over here. It's all backwards, isn't it? All backwards. Allowing the illegals to continue, you're at your wit's end. Let's get that. What's that one? Digital ID will be offered as a solution to keep control. They're just waiting for you to be begging for it. Then they've got you. Yeah, I agree with that one, Tony. Definitely. That's definitely on the cards, isn't it? I've noticed of late with certain things, they're trying to back us into a corner, aren't they? And you know, bash our spirits and bash our morale into doing certain things we might not necessarily want to do. It's nuts. It really is nuts. And a lot of the time we rebel and we think, oh, fuck you lot, we don't want to do this anymore. But you know, is that the reaction that they're hoping for? Do we do the opposite? Do we find a more cunning way of dealing with things? You never know. Jodie Pitt, hello, good to see you in the chat. Not seen you about for a while, unless I've been too busy gabbying. I noticed earlier someone else called me the Gabby Cabby. I wouldn't exactly call myself Gobby, but that's neither here nor yet there. Yes, I've had a bit of welcome attention from the troglodytes lately. If you type in Andy the Gabby Cabby into YouTube, as I do every now and again, just to keep an eye on myself, you will see a couple of choice little entries from other YouTubers attempting to take the piss, but they've not done a very good job of it, really. But bless them, they did try. Bridget, utterly disgusting what happened to the old man. Yeah, and you know, let's see if I can find this actually, because this is bloody laughable what he did. While we're talking, let's just have a look. It's the excuses of Sadiq Khan which get me. I'll type in what he said. One hand tied. There we go. Top of the list. Right. Yes, as we know, the crime rate has been going up and up and up in London for a long, long time and continues to do so. And there's some kind of ineptitude, but you know, the death of an 87-year-old innocent man in London is bound to make the news and make certain people look a bit daft. They should be doing a better job of looking after everybody. And I couldn't believe the audacity of the man, really. Let's get this. Share. Let's just make sure. Yeah, that's the right way. There you go. That's what he's got to say about it. Sadiq Khan says he has one arm tied behind his back after there's been 6 murders in 4 days in London. 6 in 4 days. I mean, what is this? He feels he has one arm tied behind his back with a capital grip by a murder spree. 6 in 4 days. You know, they're only just beginning to talk about it. I think it's happening, much too often. And obviously, the death of Thomas O'Halloran, you think, hang on a minute, how can an 87-year-old not go down a street in London? He's been accused of not prioritising crime in the capital, blaming the weather and the cost of living crisis on something that's been going on for a hell of a long time. I mean, there he is, bless him. That should never have happened. Mr. Khan has now accused the government of making too many cuts to the police force. I'm forced to kind of see where he's coming from there, but that's not a London problem, Sadiq. That's a problem throughout the entire country, and also we're so obsessed with bureaucracy, box ticking, and covering our asses with 10,000 sheets of paper. Coppers can't do their job anymore. I mean, I'm going through an experience at the moment which has gone on a lot longer than it should have done, all because of this bureaucracy and bullshit that they're surrounded by, and they can't do their jobs. I can't tell you about it yet, but I will do. One homicide is too many, and one victim of crime is too many. Well, those are easy words, but, what do you do? 21,000 officers they've lost, apparently. And it will replace them even when the population has gone up. So it's just problem after problem after problem. I think a lot of the time with these guys, they end up trying to firefight the symptoms and not getting right to the cause. That's what it feels like sometimes, and it's crap. It really is. Hygiene. Oh, my mother's sneaked in. Hello, Mum. Hope you're all right. And welcome to the chat. We've been here 32 minutes and 28 seconds so far. Been drawing a lot, Andy. I'll be sending these in due course. I look forward to it, Jody. That'll be great. Maybe we can do a little something for you and have those on for you. That'd be cool. This is the daily chat with Andy the Gabby Cabby. Everybody, we had Jack on initially for about 10 minutes, and he did the old boxing with the Rocky Balboa behind you, which was pretty cool. And we've just been having a general chit chat ever since. Who else have we got? Plenty of old Bill about during lockdown trying to charge people for breathing. That's right, Chrissy. I think they got all their priorities wrong as well, haven't they? I mean, you had that veteran that Lawrence Fox involved himself with, who was only trying to, express his feelings by retweeting something that somebody put. And it didn't work out very well, did it? Because he ended up getting carted off, and a big public stink was made about that. And you have to ask, what the hell's going on? What is going on? May I suggest that part of the problem might be that from cradle to early adulthood, the zero to little discipline and very pathetic consequences. Yeah, it's that's a good point. I mean, I was talking to someone the other day who said they had a child who was wonderful. They were really good, well behaved, well mannered, and everything else. And then they went to this school and got absolutely ruined because their kids are very impressionable as well, aren't they? Where they hang around and everything. David Crosby, thank you very much for the £5 super chat. 2 children's bodies found in auction lost. 2 children's bodies found by auctioned lost suitcases. Oh dear. Is that okay? But thank you for that. I bet a lot of older people are disgusted with all of this. Only 96 watching. We might struggle tonight for 100. We've hit 100 a couple of times, Alan. That's fine. That's fine. Again, can I just double check with everybody? I'm a little bit paranoid about this because it's the first time I've run this setup. How are the sound and video? Have they been relatively stable throughout? Give me a one in the chat if you think they have been, and we'll go from there. And also, how has the screen sharing look to you, where I can actually put it in front of you without putting a bloody tablet up there somewhere? You know, it just makes it all a bit more clean and a bit more crisp, really. Sound and vision good. Don't worry, we'd tell you if it was bad. Yeah, I'm sure you would, Blood Nose. I'm sure you would, definitely. Okay, Andy. Hillary Swan. Sorry, I'm late. Just got in. You're right, Julie. I did see your message earlier saying you might not make it. Evening, been very good, Andy. Excellent. Alan's telling me the video is poor, but I'll reread that. Alan Edge, 1664. Good with screen sharing. Yeah, it's just a little bit better because also I can line things up in the background. See my boat race in the corner too. Yeah, I mean, this is good. Let me just, if I pull up Google just as another screen, and if I share that, you can do all sorts with this thing. I share, let's say Chrome. Yeah, so that's Google that we've just pulled up there. And I can change the layout a bit. I can make my boat race bigger and just have the small screen there. I can go to that view and put myself back in, or I can go to that view, or I can pull it up to full screen so you don't see me at all. It's pretty powerful. And when I say stop sharing, it brings me straight back. So it's a good piece of kit, really. Good piece of kit. Yeah, but before I come on, usually I have a look at what people are chatting about in the chat. Oh, what did I say there? And somebody was coming up with the idea, have you heard about driverless cars? They want us all in driverless cars by 2025. Now, I, for one, your green screen is great. A garage full of junk. Yeah. I, for one, will not get in a driverless car. It's a bit like getting in a plane with no pilot, and they tried that, didn't they? And that didn't work out too well come landing time. It's a matter of trust and what you're used to. I guess eventually people will turn around to the idea. But I found this picture before I came on. I thought I'd dig it out because I saw people talking about it. Share screen. And yeah, get a load of this. That has got to be the ugliest looking pile of junk I've ever seen in my life. I mean, that's obvious. It must be a test bed, a test rig of some description, but it's got sensors and crap all over it. What on earth is it? And how do you rely? How do these driverless cars actually realize the intent and consequences of other road users? How do they react to human intuition? Can they be programmed with every single possible deviation of human behavior you find on the road? I mean, a lot of you have probably been driving a lot longer than I have, but I remember over 25 years, nobody's got any patience anymore. Nobody. And it's really, really a mad thing. And how these cars are going to cope with, all the variants of human behavior is totally beyond me. It really is. The mind boggles. But let's have a look who we've got in the chat. 40 minutes have gone by, folks. So if you haven't done so already, please give us a like in the chat. That'll be great. Hit the thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe as well. Just to reiterate, folks, about these live streams, we do a daily live stream for all of you, all subscribers, from all over the place, 6 days a week generally, and we have our little members only live stream just for the members of the channel that pay something to financially support us, just to give something a little back to them as well. So there is something going on every day of the week, and obviously I'll bring you the other content as well. Hello, Kirky Bailey, good to see you. AI cannot read a situation such as a high-sided lorry swaying a bit on a very windy day. Mad Spaniel, that's a good example. I mean, one I heard once say, I can't remember if it was a driverless car or a driverless bus or something, but they were testing it. It came to a junction, and there was a situation in front of it, and it couldn't decide what to do. The AI just completely freaked out, and all of a sudden, it crashed. It probably couldn't think what else to do to extract itself from the situation it was in. And can you imagine these four-wheeled nightmares driving around everywhere? It's I don't like that a lot. But what do we know? We're only the plebs. Only the plebs. Let's have a look and see if there's any breaking news anywhere before we go that I can share with you. Let's start with... Yeah, we got the British ISIS beetle sentenced to life for role in plot to behead US hostages. So I think they're coming down now. Oh, yeah. Don't know if you saw this one. Let's just pull this up. I don't know if anybody gets Tesco's home deliveries at all, but there was an issue there. Let's show you this. I think my door's just swung open there by itself. What's going on? Yeah, Tesco's cancels all home deliveries after suffering a major technical difficulty. There seems to be a lot of major technical difficulties lately, doesn't there? Axed all home delivery orders from 1 p.m. onwards on Friday due to technical issues. Shoppers phoning for updates on their orders were answered with an automated message saying, due to technical issues, we've had to call off all orders after 1 p.m. Yes, what a bit of a foul up that one is. So it's just, do we go there and get it ourselves? I wonder. It's mad. Shut that door. I think someone's opened that door. Never mind, shut that door. But never you mind about that. But it's probably just the wind. I usually just wedge it open with something. Wedge it closed with something. But not today. Right, folks. We're at the 44-minute mark, just about. So I'm going to think about closing up shop for the day. I want to thank you all for coming today. Thank you very much for joining me for the live, and that's all good. We are we seem to be quite stable this evening, which wasn't too bad. Sound and everything. And I'll probably play this back myself when we're finished and review it and see how we're doing, which is good. There's been a few bits of video content out today, which I hope everybody watches, and I'll get some more content out tomorrow, another live then, and all the while you keep showing, I'll keep doing, and I'm sure we've got some other people watching as well, which they're not making their presence very well known, but that's all right too. I don't mind. Well, the more the merrier. So until tomorrow, folks, I bid you all good night and toodaloo.